a video on using up the macerated strawberries that I did that I've had in the fridge. So I macerated some strawberries in some sugar, and you end up so the sugar draws out the moisture from the strawberries and flavour as well. So you end up with this kind of like nice kind of flavoured syrup, which you can use for things. And there's a bit of sugar at the bottom, but we'll do something else with that. Yeah, so you end up with this nice syrup. So like lots of the flavour has kind of come out of these strawberries now, but they've gone a little bit like dried fruit. So they're not unpleasant to eat, but they're just a bit dried out. I mean, like, you can see how much liquid has been drawn out of them, and the sugars and all those type of things. So they're a little bit like a dried fruit. So I was kind of thinking, can we actually put them in a cake? So I'm baking today, so I kind of thought, let's put them just in a normal cake, and then if I do macerated strawberries again, potentially we could use the strawberries in like a rich fruit cake, and I thought that'd be kind of quite nice. But I don't really want to make a rich fruit cake because they take forever to cook. So I was kind of thinking what we'll do is we'll just put them in a normal cake. So it's 3 eggs, so it's 6 ounces of butter, 6 ounces of sugar, 6 ounces of self-raising flour, and 3 eggs. And then, I don't know how much that weighs. We really should weigh that, shouldn't we? And see how much macerated strawberries, and then we can do like a proper recipe. So, what does that weigh? How many strawberries we've got? So we've got 6 3/4 ounces of those strawberries. I suppose I really should have calculated how much fruit like raisins you'd put in a cake, or some other kind of dried fruits. We just need a bit of flour on them just to soak up the excess moisture and stop them from sinking down to the bottom of the cake. But I'm not bothered if they do sink down to the bottom of the cake, because I'm more interested how they taste in a cake than actually than anything else. So the flour should stop them from sinking down to the bottom of the cake, but we'll kind of see. So those in there, we've done the kind of recipe. Out of the way, quick wash of hands, creating more wash up, and then loaf tin ready. So that is it. I'm doing 3 eggs because that's the size of cake that works best in that loaf tin. So I'll do the measurements for the loaf tin and put it all in the recipe, and if it kind of works. But it's basically just going to be a fruit cake. I've done this with when I've made a blueberry cordial, and I've got the fruit left over from extracting the juice out of it, and I have put that in a cake in the past, and it was lovely. So I can't see why this wouldn't work. I mean, we've extracted flavour from the excuse fingers, but it's for me, so I don't care about using my own finger. So we've extracted flavour and moisture from these fruits, but it's not like a proper dried fruit where they intensify the flavours. We've kind of lost flavour, but we're not going to waste anything. So hopefully this will work. So 180 degrees in a fan oven with the fan on, 30 minutes, and we'll see how it turns out. Right, should be ready. Should be ready. I don't want to cook it anymore because I think it will start to burn, but obviously I want to cook it long enough that the strawberries are kind of cooked-ish. It looks like they've dropped down to the bottom of the cake, unless I've just pushed them out of the way. So you can't really tell until the cake's cool. So I'll let the cake cool, and then we'll cut into it. We'll see how it is. But even if they drop to the bottom, I'm not really bothered. It'll just go to show that we can use them in a rich fruit cake, you know, just as a quick experiment. If I do some more macerated strawberries, who knows? Dropped a little as it's cooled, but still, let's have a look at it. And it's going to have to be pretty awful for me not to eat it. It's cake. Do I want to do it in the centre? Yeah, let's do it in the centre. We'll take it off that bit of paper. Well, we can have a look, can't we? So we've got strawberries at the bottom. They look like they've caramelised a bit. My oven's not the greatest oven in the world. Oh, they've dropped to the bottom. They've dropped to the bottom, which they shouldn't have done because they're just in the flour. And they're holy as well. But let's just have a bit of a taste. It's nice. It's nice. It needs more in. It needs more in. I don't know why they've dropped to the bottom. If I just stood them in flour. Answers on a postcard and all that, but still, you know, it's all right. It just means they're at the bottom. I mean, I'm not bothered because it's for me. But so let's taste it that way, and then we'll get an idea of how it would taste if it had more in. Excellent. They've kind of taken on back some of their flavour of strawberries, so they dried out of quite a little bit with the moisture being removed, but they seem to have gone a little bit more juicy because they've been cooked in the cake. So that's kind of quite nice. They would be nice in a fruit cake. I don't know if it'd keep like a fruit cake that had dried fruit in it, because you've got to be careful with the moisture level. So if fruit in it's got like too high moisture content and it's not dry enough, they tend to they can go off. But I suppose a few in a cake would be fine, or if you were to make it and then eat it straight away, that'd be fine. But not but you kind of want a fruit cake to mature. But anyway, very nice. It works, and just goes to show that I don't have to waste those macerated strawberries. There we go. A success in most ways.